Hi, I'm George Helm. I want to be your next president. You know, out of all the Democratic candidates, I saw that Tulsi was she made the most sense. But she's not strong enough, not assertive enough for the position. She's a beautiful woman. In fact, I looked it up and I was hoping she wasn't married. I'd like to date her. Fact is that she isn't in the best position to be the president. She doesn't know what it's like to struggle. She's a veteran, so am I. You know, I looked at her Facebook page and her official page, and I didn't see any accommodations. I'm not saying that she doesn't have any, but I didn't see any. I was an enlisted member. She was an officer. There's a difference. You know, when you talk to a chief in the Navy, they say, if you call one of them sir, they say, hey, don't call me sir. I work for a living. I work for a living. Unfortunately, Tulsi didn't. I'm not saying that her service to this country is any less. I'm just saying that her service to this country and my service is two different things. I have accommodations. I have 5 Naval and Marine Corps Achievement Medals. I earned in 6 years. I don't know anybody else who has that many. I did a lot of deployments. I was 4 deployed as well, and I was an enlisted member. I got out as an E5. I went back to school after I got out. She was an officer. There's a difference. See, officers are part of the problem. It says that she's to present. She served from then till present, which means that she's still in the military, which means she's a big part of the problem. It says she's a major or something. That's crazy. Anybody who's a major has their head so far up their ass, they don't know which way's up. I can tell you this right now. Being an enlisted member gives you an awful view of what's happening with the upper chain of command. Someone who's been in the military that long and in the upper echelons is part of the problem. They're not fixing anything. Now, I understand that it's a system in which you can't make a whole lot of waves. But that's the problem. She's not a person who makes waves. I've always been that person. I make waves. I'm not afraid to step on somebody's feelings just to get something done. She should have called for a call to action against Kamala Harris. It was good that she brought that information to light, but she should have tore her a new one on stage. I would have broke Kamala Harris down so bad she would have cried before she got off that stage. You know why? Because she deserves worse. You need somebody who's going to assert themselves, who's going to get the job done. You need somebody who's not willing to hurt somebody's feelings. You need somebody who's willing to make waves. I'll tell somebody to their face that they're fucked up. You know why? Because if that's what we need, then that's what we need to do. I'm not saying that Tulsi's a bad politician. I'm saying she's a bad politician because she's just in politics. She's a beautiful woman and she makes the most sense out of Democratic debate, but I'll tell you what, that's not saying that much. Vote for George. Vote for George Helm. That's me. I'm not afraid to get stuff done. And I'll get in somebody's face and I'll let somebody know when they're garbage. Kamala Harris is. Tulsi's not garbage. She's just not what we need. Vote for George. Help me fix what's broken. America.